Hi, it's Randy from Jamie Bahamian, and thank you for stopping by my channel today. Today I'm going to be working on week 12 for the collage challenge in the group Boho Daydreams. We're doing a 52-week challenge for collage, and this week's prompt is rectangles and images on your rectangles, basically. So here is the inspiration prompt. And this is actually matchboxes. So this is the cover of the matchbox and then the inside of the little matchbox that holds the matchboxes. This person puts things on top of the matchbox case and then put things inside of the little matchboxes. But I thought, how easy would it be to cut rectangles of images that we like already and then, do a very simple collage with it. And so that's this week's challenge. I hope you can see this okay. Here's a close-up. So I thought this would just be fun and easy and not too challenging. And so what I'm going to use, let me get you back out, is I've been working on some little miniature ring-bound journals. Like here's part of one. And I've been using index cards, some cardstock index cards, and decorating them, and they've just turned out so cute, and I love making them. And I had a couple boo-boos on a couple of pages. So what I did, so this is what it looks like beforehand. You can see that. And where I made the boo-boo is not this one. I already cut them up over here. But where I made the boo-boo, I just went ahead and cut it in half like I normally do for the size of the book. And then I turned it sideways and cut it in three. I did cut it down a little bit. So the challenge is to use 24 or 48, minimum 24 pieces in your collage. And so what I ended up with were these. And so I just cut them into as close to even as I could, little rectangles here, and decided to use those for my collage because I wasn't sure what I was going to use, but I knew I wanted to do this collage specifically because it's kind of right up my alley. I really like arranging things in order, and somehow that is just really pleasing to me. I like stacking things. I like putting things together with my hands. I don't know what it is, but that just makes me happy. So I'm going to use these pieces that I already cut up, and I'm auditioning a couple of pieces of paper here that I want to use for a background. I'm just going to double check and make sure we're okay with focus here. And so if you haven't been watching, I have been using an old Happy Planner and putting my collages in here because of the ring method. You can pull these pages in and out. And so instead of actually collaging on the pages, because I do like a background sometimes that's not this, I will just pop out one of the tabs and then cut my paper to size. And so I just want to see what these look like on this background and see if I like that. I don't know if I want a light background or if I want a dark background. Just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got 6 across and 4 down. I might have to adjust that according to this page. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do 1, 2, 3. Oh, I might end up with an odd amount. Oh boy. Won't that be weird? Okay. Didn't account for that. I might have to shorten these up. We'll see. So let's see here. I should have gotten out my piece of paper from my Happy Planner just to see what kind of space I had. All right, so that looks like that. And then I'm just gonna move this over here and see what it looks like on this for a background. So I hope everybody is having a really nice spring. I'm really glad that spring is here, although it keeps tricking us, doesn't it? Like it's like usual, it's full spring and then it goes back to winter. And we have like 3 or 4 in between winters of the full spring. So today it's really windy. It's supposed to be like 55 or something, but it certainly doesn't feel that way because of the wind. The wind is just whipping and it is cold. Oh yeah, so I must have done 4. So I've got some extra things here. So let's see. Oh, which one I like. I wish y'all could tell me while I was videoing. This is a thicker piece of paper, but I guess that doesn't really matter. But I feel like I'm liking this one for some reason. So even though this is a thinner piece of paper, I think I'm gonna use this one. So I'm just gonna pick these back up. I already put these in order, kind of how I wanted them to go on my paper. So I'll move this out of the way. And then I need to see what arrangement I need to make because I'm not sure. Let's see what we got here. If I do 5, that's not going to give me 24, but I just want to see how many I can get in a row. So let's see here. On this page, I just kind of let these be the size of what the index card was. And the part that I messed up was the hole punching, so I cut that side off so they're a little bit shorter. This might be one that I just keep out of my book. I don't know. Yeah, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. This would be so pretty framed, wouldn't it? I really like this. So maybe I will just go ahead and go out the 6. Because I don't think I can get them all on here. I would go over into this. I guess I could make it stick out some. It wouldn't be too awfully bad. Maybe I'll do that. Just make it longer because the length is good. Yeah, the length is perfect. So maybe I'll just do that. So I'm going to go ahead. And kind of mark my boundaries here. Make sure I get things straight. Let's see if I can get a little pencil. Just mark that where I need to cut it for the top and the bottom. And then just kind of let that be what it is over here. All right. So let me get my cutting board guess I could cut that out afterwards, but I might as well go ahead and do that. Well, I have everything lined up. So I'm just going to take my X-Acto and go down these lines that I marked. And if I need to shape it up a little bit, that's fine. I'm using a self-healing cutting mat, and I can tell I'm already off, but that's okay. I'm not very good at this X-Acto knife thing. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it, but I'm learning. Let's get this over here. And then all I do is I punch a hole right here and then just make a little slice with my X-Acto knife to make the part that slips onto the rings. Look at that. I can't even do a straight line. Why is that? Just keeps going any direction but the direction that I want it to go. All right. Not quite cut through here. Then I just need to go all the way out the page there. Okay. Cut these little pieces off. All right, there we go. So that is the size of my page. Ta-da! And then I'll do the holes later. So I'll pull this over to the side over here. And then that way I'll have room for the holes over there. So that'll be good. Okay. So I don't think this is going to take a lot of time. I do just want to make sure that I have enough room. So I'm just going to do this here. And then move everything over. I'm probably doing this backwards. I haven't thought this through, so we'll see what happens. I do want a bit of a gap. So I'll get one row glued down. And I can't really use a decoupage process for this because these cards are super thick and they will never decoupage on here. So I'm just going to use some Fiber Tack and I'm going to put them down with that. All right, so I think, let's make sure how much room I need there. I feel like that's plenty of room to give that some space and to make my holes. Okay, that is my plan. So I'm just going to glue this down. Both sides of these are really pretty. It was hard to decide which one, but ultimately I just chose the ones that offset in color-wise that made the most sense. You know, so I didn't have all of the same color in the same row. Everything was offset a bit. If you'd like to see the process of these little mini journals for these cards that I'm using, then I'll link that below. They're really cute. They're just in my YouTube. They're called the Sweet Pastel Mini Ring Bound Journal. And there's 2 parts. And it shows you how to make these. They're super fun. Kind of let you get dirty. Ooh, look at that. See what I mean? It's like, oh, which one? Kind of like that. I'll use that. I've always loved lavender and kind of a khaki color together since I was young. And I won't say it's my favorite color because I really do lean towards pink, and blue is my favorite. So I kind of waffle back and forth between those. But lavender and these khaki and tans, they're really pretty. I think it just gives a beautiful vintage look. So I don't think this video will be very long, since I prepped everything before we came on. I try not to make super long videos, but somehow they always just turn out that way, and it kind of makes me crazy. I'm sure I'm not getting all this perfect. I'm just eyeballing it. I figured this Fabri-Tac would be the best glue because it won't wrinkle my paper. Let me make sure my spacing here before I do that. Okay, there we go. Some of these pieces are a little bit longer than the others. You know, I didn't exact match. I really just eyeballed it. If you like to measure and like things to be perfect, then you certainly could do that. I just flipped that over and that ledger is on that side. It's really pretty. And every time there's something like purple and plain, I flip it over for some reason. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this side. Decisions, decisions. So I haven't been on a whole lot. You know, the last video I did was after Sheila came and had her visit. And I just kind of chilled while she was here. I didn't, I wanted to enjoy my time off. And so I wasn't doing a whole lot. We were just having fun together. And so didn't really do any videos, much posting on social media. And, you know, when you work full-time, you just kind of want to enjoy your vacation. So I was just enjoying my vacation. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm behind on my collages, but this was one of the more appealing to me. So I definitely wanted to do this one. So I've got some backtracking to do, because I definitely want to do all these collages, but sometimes with my schedule, it doesn't really allow for that. And then, you know, Sheila's not really doing the collage challenge, so I didn't want to be doing a collage with her, and she wasn't collaging, so we just kind of did our thing, and now I'm playing catch up. And I realized in the last video that I did showing her trims and her beads and all the things that she brought for me when she came, that I had one of her bundles down on my nightstand, and I took it down there to go through it one evening because sometimes when I get ready for bed, I just want to wind down a little bit and watch a couple videos. And so I took it down there, and I was sitting in bed and looking through it, and I totally forgot it was down there before I did my video. So I didn't get the video that one. So I need to come on and do that one because that one is so pretty. It's such fresh, springy colors. It's this one. I've made a little bit of a mess of it, but isn't that beautiful? I took it apart and looked all through it. So I need to film that also. I hope I'm getting this somewhat level. I guess it's not the end of the world. It's not like, you know, it's going to be submitted or anything. It's just my art for myself. Now here I go, switching it up. Let's see. See what we got. It's darker. So maybe if I put that there and this over here. And I'll probably mess myself up all the way down the line, but that's okay. I think I want to use that side. I mean, they're all pretty. These little journals, oh, you start by painting your index cards and mixing in some gesso with it. And then there's several steps. You add some paper and some napkins. And it looks, and you're like, it looks kind of like you wonder what the heck you're doing because it doesn't look like it's going to look very good. And then the minute that you add that gesso accent to it, some kind of magic happens. And so I'm making a chocolate one. And it's got, it's dark browns and like this color. So it's like a vanilla, a chocolate, a white chocolate colors. They're just really beautiful colors, but when I got them on the index cards, I was like, ew, these are just going to be disgusting. I'm not even going to like this. And so I started doing my layering. And again, I was thinking, yeah, this is a total fail because why did I choose those dark colors and browns of all colors? But I had in my mind like chocolate. That sounded so lush to me. And so I went ahead and some of them turned out so pretty. Let's see. So I have it here. Let's see. This is with the paint and then some embossed paper. And here's some with the book pages on it. But look at that with the gesso on it. Isn't that pretty? Oh gosh, and last night I was doing some embossing on here. So here's the paint, the paper, the napkin, and then the gesso, and then I did some gold embossing. And that turned out so pretty. That one's not my favorite page. This one is kind of busy, and I didn't really like this page, but with that embossing on there, it just, once you cut this in half, it's going to be like a tiny piece of art. It's just going to be some magic. See, this is what it looks like before the gesso, and then this is after. There's such a difference. So I really, really am loving this process. I did a gold page too with metallic gold paint. Hope you can see that. And I think we're getting to my favorite page. This I love. I just love these colors. But look at this one. Oh, this is my all-time favorite one. Let's see if I can bring it closer. Look at that. This is a napkin. And then there's that embossing. I hope you can see that okay. For some reason I can't see very well. Ooh, there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is going to be a really pretty one. Take that back down. Okay, there we go. I'm finally learning how to work my new phone a little bit, so. Okay, let's get back to our little collage here. Don't want to chit chat forever. So I wonder what y'all are working on. I see a lot of journals in the group lately. You know, we kind of go in spells. It seems like nobody's making a journal and then everybody's making a journal. So it seems like we all get inspired at the same time. I think spring has kind of woke us up. If you're not in our group, we'd love to have you. Just, I'll put the link in the description box so that you can find us. Love to hear what you're working on in the comments. We love to know what all of our creative friends are doing. If we can support you in some way. Somehow I made a gap that was too small or too big over there and too small over here. Oh well, like I said, this is definitely not going to be perfect. That one is really wide. I think I've got a lot of wider pieces in here than I do up there. I think that's what's happening. So that's what happens when you don't measure. But I just really wanted to get something done. You know how that is? I was like, I feel like I haven't done anything in a long time. I mean, even though I have been, I just haven't been videoing it. Sometimes it's just not a conducive atmosphere at my house. You know, it's noisy or something. And then if I just go ahead and do the video, then I have to edit it and do a voiceover or do music or something like that. And y'all, every time I do a video with music on it, even though I get it from the editing app that I'm using, and I give credit, YouTube slaps a copyright issue on me. And so then the person that they say it's for the copyright for isn't even the person whose music it is. It is so bananas. I don't know how people, I don't know. I don't know what happens, why that they do that. If the bots just think that there's music that belongs to somebody else, that they send it to the person that they think it's the music for, that belongs, who the owner of the music is, and it's not even the owner of the music. And one time my stuff sat there over 30 days, and they say that you only have 30 days. They have 30 days to review it. Well, they didn't even review it at all. And so it finally fell off. But here I was just sitting there tapping my fingers like, when is this copyright thing going to fall off? Y'all can't see it, but, you know, only I can see it. But it is so annoying. And then after a while, if you have too many of them, they'll shut you down. They will shut your channel down. And so, you know, it's so frustrating to do what you're supposed to do and still get flagged. That's just wrong in my mind. I'm wondering, you know, I see a lot of people put music in their videos, and you know, sometimes I'm just in a mood or something and I don't feel like talking, and I do want to do a video, or I'll have done the video, I've talked all the way through it and realized that, you know, I was saying a lot, or what I was saying just, I didn't like the way I was saying it, or I couldn't find my words, or something like that. And so I just want to dub over it with music. And so I'm wondering, if any of you do that, what music do you use? Where do you get your music that doesn't get slammed for a copyright issue? if if you're one of those YouTubers and you happen to be watching this, please tell me what editing app you use or where you get your music that there's no issue for, because I think it's a really fun thing to not have to talk through a whole video sometimes. I mean, sometimes my dogs are just barking and they won't be quiet, and I can't talk over that, you know? I just can't. Let's see here. To change this one up a little bit. And I mean, you know, I know dogs bark, but I don't mean like a little barking. When they get going, they really get going. So it's a lot. Oh, this is turning out so pretty. I'm so excited about it. I think I'm going to do that end one right there, so I know exactly how far I've got to come, because these are a little thick as well. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I like to listen to people talk, but I also sometimes, I don't know, I just need the quiet, and the music videos help me just wind down a little bit. Like I said, at night I'll watch a couple videos while trying not to fall asleep, of course, but and it's just nice for it to be quiet, not have to, I don't know, try too hard to listen or rewind it because you missed this or you missed that. Ooh, I like that. Yes, didn't get that one yet. So I think there's something to be said for, you know, a mixture of videos where you talk and then some where you don't. A lot of people, I did kind of a survey in the group and had really strong opinions about that. But I think a lot of the people are just listening to the videos and they're not watching. Because I'll tell you what, when I was when I was doing some instructional videos for our collages, people would make comments and I'd be able to tell right then that they didn't watch the video at all. So it was pretty funny. Or we would be doing a collage in the group and they don't understand the collage, and if I had done a video, posted the video with an example, and they still don't understand, I know they didn't watch the video. They didn't listen, and they didn't watch the whole thing for sure. And it's so funny because everybody was like, oh yeah, I love to watch the whole video. Well, I always watch all the way through, but that is just not possible. Just not possible for the comments that I get. So it's pretty hysterical. And I really like to watch the people that I like to watch. I watch all their videos all the way through because I want to see what they've got going on. You know, I'm interested in what they're doing and what they're talking about. All right. So here we are. I'm loving how that's turning out. I probably need to make my punches here really quick. So let's do that. I'm just gonna get my crocodile and hole punch. Let me make sure everything's lined up. Hole punch here. And I'm so happy I have a new camera set up so that my table or my video isn't jumping all over the place when I do this. So that's wonderful. Because sometimes I'll speed my videos up, and it looks so funny when the table is wiggling. It looks like you're having a small earthquake. So that is what I do for my holes, for my happy planner. Now I need to get my thing back up here again. And all I do, get it right, is just 2 little slices. It's really quick. And then I have the exact same punch here. I didn't have to buy a special punch to get this to stay in my planner with those rings. See? Perfect. And then I can just pop it in here. This is my favorite collage. I love this one. All right, let's find a page. I know it's not going to be in sequential order because I'm out of order, but it's okay. For now, I'll fix it later. But there we go. I don't think I did this one on video either. This was the Confused Lady, and all of her body parts were not supposed to be hers. She woke up one day with body parts that weren't hers. So that was this one. This one was really fun. I got everything out of a magazine and just cut random things. And even her face looks confused. It's pretty funny. Let's see what else. I did video this one, but I didn't get to edit it because I was having such a hard time with it. But this one, I'm trying to remember what this one, oh, this one had prompts. It was, I think, postage stamps, corrugated cardboard, and a heart, maybe. I went down to a little less prompts. It seemed to be a little less confusing for people, so that's why there was only 3. And then this one was, and I can't remember what exactly this one was. I don't know why I can't think what things are on video. Anyway, so this, I kind of did like a paper doll series, and this one, I think it was an insects or animal. It was an animal body parts is what it was. And so there's her face, and then I did moths, and this came out of a book, actually. It was kind of a guided collage book. Let's see if I have it nearby. It's a really cool book. Oh, yeah. It's this book here, Handmade Collage. And it, I got this at Ollie's. But this lady, she gives you all the parts for these collages. There she is. And look at her collages. Isn't that amazing? I just want a studio that looks like hers. It's freaking crazy beautiful. So, like, yeah, for example, here's a zebra one, and then you just cut all these parts out and you make your own collage. So I used that for that. And I don't know, I don't think I did this one either. This was collage and animal, and so I did all different scrapbook papers, and did a koi fish. I really love how that one turned out. And let's see, yeah. And so there's a few ladies in between, and I need to do some catching up. But so here is week 13, and this is rectangles and images on the rectangles. So I hope you guys have a really wonderful weekend, And I hope your spring is going wonderful, and I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll put several links down in the description box. One will be the process. I'll just put the first process video in there for these little ring bound journals. Here's one that's completed if you haven't seen them. They're so cute. And this is an idea I got out of Somerset Studio. And I'll put the link to the group, Boho Daydreams. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I just appreciate you so much. Please leave me a comment and a like. And share this with any of your friends. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.